Hey guys, good evening everyone, and welcome to another aptitude session. And today's topic is distance and direction. Good evening, Sanchari, Shubhra, Tej. Very good evening, everyone. Guys, quickly tell me if my screen is visible and my voice is clear or not. Please confirm, please type Y. Okay, so today we will be discussing some important points first of all regarding how to solve the distance and direction questions. We will be also solving some questions related to the you can say those points which are important points, or rather tips which will help you to solve the distance and direction questions. Okay, so the distance and direction part in the logical reasoning is also one of the most important part, rather a scoring part also. If you understand how to solve a distance and direction question, you will be, you can easily fetch marks in this particular section, because this section comes every time in each year. If you pick up any question paper of CSIR net, one question will always be there from distance and direction. This is the topic which usually attracts the examiner. That is why they give one question any year you pick up. Okay, so it is very important to solve the question to fetch marks. So easily you can fetch marks in this question, in this particular uh, topic, that is distance and direction. Okay, so to start with distance and direction, first of all you have to understand the directions. Okay, so we know uh, that this is like this in this particular diagram. This is north, downwards is south, east and west. Okay, so in order to solve the distance and direction question, you don't have to make this particular diagram somewhere in your mind, or you have to keep this diagram in your mind. No, you just have to keep this particular diagram, that is only the four directions, that is north, okay, and then south, east and west. Okay, so only the four directions you have to keep in mind, and then rest of the questions you will be easily able to solve it. So whenever you are solving the question, just draw this particular diagram. Okay, and then try to check the question what it is telling. Okay, read the question and relate it with this particular diagram, and then you can easily solve it. Okay, now the north, south and east west direction. So usually what we do whenever we try to solve a distance and direction question, we assume ourselves in the north direction, or in the east direction, or in the west, or in the south direction. Okay, don't do that, because that will give you a wrong answer. Don't assume yourself. Suppose sometimes there is a question like uh, Rahul is standing facing towards north, so you assume yourself as facing towards north. No, the assumption which we are doing is correct, but with respect to the question, sometimes it gives you a wrong answer. Okay, so always assume that you are facing towards north, or you are standing, in the face towards north direction. So that's by default. Take it as by default. Okay, so when we are standing facing the sunrise, then front is called as the east. Okay, so if you face towards the sun, then it is called as the east, and the back side is called as west. Okay, and at this position our left hand is the north side and our right hand is the southward. Okay, that's the south. Okay, suppose if this is the sun. Okay, so if we are standing towards the sun, facing towards the sun, so this is my east, The back side would be west. Okay, my left hand side and right hand side, then we have to decide accordingly. So this would be north and this would be south. Okay, now next is the concept of turns, because in each and every question the question will say that a person walks 1 kilometer or 2 kilometer and then he or she turns right or left. Okay, so the concept of turn needs to be very clear in your mind when you are solving the distance and direction question. So the left turn will say as anti-clockwise turn. That means this way. Okay, this is the left turn when you are trying to travel anti-clockwise. Okay, and the right turn will be this way. Okay, that means clockwise turn. Okay, now how to determine the left and right movements. Okay, suppose in a question it says a person is walking 1 kilometer and then he takes a right turn and then a left turn. So suppose if this is the person and he is walking towards south, so south will be down, right? And then he takes a right turn. So how to determine where to take a right turn, whether this side or this side? How will you say? Okay, so for determining it, you have to just remember these things, these points. Now these points are just the expanded version which you have to remember. So a person facing towards north on taking left turn will face towards west. Okay, that means if a person, if this is the person and it is facing towards north, okay, it's facing towards north. So if this particular person takes a left turn, then the face would be towards west. Okay, so this would be the left turn. And if it faces towards the east, then this is the right turn. So this is how you can determine what is the left turn and what is the right turn for a particular person. Okay, now if a person faces south on taking the left turn, it will face towards east. Okay, similarly, if a person facing towards east on taking a left turn will face towards north. Okay, if the person suppose is standing toward east and if he wants to take a left turn, then it will be facing towards north. So this is the left turn for the particular person who is on east. Okay, so these are some pointers which will help you out to find out the left and right direction. Okay, so you don't have to learn all these points like the way it is written. You just have to remember this. Okay, this you have to remember. So what does it say? It says the original direction, okay, and direction taking after turn. So this is the original direction. That means if a person is standing facing towards north and if he or she takes a right turn, then it will be in the east direction. That means if it's facing towards north, so this is the north, and if he or she has to take a right turn, then this will be the right turn towards east. Okay, and if he or she wants to take a left turn, then this will be the left turn, okay, towards west, right? Now if the person is facing towards east, then the right turn will be south, towards south, and the left turn will be towards north. Okay, it's very easy to remember these. You just have to remember the original direction, that is north, east, west, south, and then related to that, that is northeast, northwest, southeast, and southwest. Okay, so if I consider this one, that is northeast, so what will be the northeast? That means this part. Okay, so suppose a person is standing in the northeast direction. Suppose the person is, let's say, P. Okay, and this person wants to take a right turn, then in the northeast direction the right turn will be in the southeast direction. That means this is my south, so it will be in southeast direction. Okay. Similarly, for northwest, that means this is the north and this is west. So this will be my northwest direction, right? So if a person wants to take a right turn, then it will be northeast. That means this side. This will be the right turn for me, downwards. Okay? Understood? Any difficulty in understanding this? Because see, this turn concept of turn is very much important to solve the distance and direction question. So if you are able to understand the right and left turn, then you will be easily able to draw the diagrams. Without drawing the diagram in distance and direction question, you won't be able to solve the question. Okay, so we'll take an example and we'll see how it helps us. Before that, there are some points to remember which will help you further to solve the questions which we have today. Okay, so the first point is, at the time of sunrise, if a man is facing east, if there is a sunrise and the man is facing east, then the shadow will be towards west, that is behind him. This we all know. Okay, at the time of sunset, the shadow of an object is always to the east. Okay, now here, earlier we were talking about man, that means a person, and here we are talking about an object. Okay, so at the time of sunset, the shadow of an object is always towards east. Okay, if a man stands facing the north, that means a man is facing north direction at the time of sunrise, his shadow will be towards the left. Okay, if the person is standing towards north direction, the shadow will be towards left, that means west side. Okay, and at the time of sunset, it will be towards right. Okay, so these things will help you to solve the questions related to uh, man standing towards east or west, or the shadow of the man is towards east, or the shadow of the man is behind him. These kind of questions comes up usually. Okay, so the next pointer is, at 12 noon the rays of the sun are vertically downwards, hence there will be no shadow. Okay, 12 noon there will be no shadow because the rays are vertically downwards. Okay, the next is, if you want to calculate the shortest distance. Okay, suppose there is a person A and a person B. Okay, and there is a person C, right? So A to C distance I know 1 kilometer. Okay, B to C distance I also know 2 kilometer. So how will you calculate the distance for B to C? With the help of this formula, that is root under x square plus y square. That means here this will be 2 square plus 1 square. Okay, so this is how you can calculate the shortest distance from a particular point. Okay, now the last one is the angle between two main or cardinal direction. Two main or cardinal direction means that is north south or west east. Okay, so the angle between the two main direction is 90-degree, but the angle between one main and one cardinal direction, that means it can be either southeast, it can be either northeast or southwest or northwest. So these are the cardinal directions. So whenever cardinal direction comes up, the angle will be 45 degree. So there can be questions which will tell you the man is traveling 1 kilometer towards right, and then it takes a turn of 45-degree angle. So in those kind of questions, you have to consider the direction, the cardinal direction and the main direction. Okay, any doubt up to this? Understanding the points? Anyone? Any doubts? Okay, so next, let's solve the questions based upon this. Okay, now here comes the first question. It says Praveen walked 30 meters towards east. So there is a person and he's walking 30 meters towards east and took a right turn and walked 20 meters, and again took a right turn and walked 30 meters. Then how far he is from starting point? So in order to solve this question, let's first of all make the diagram. Okay, so suppose this is Praveen. Let's denote it with P. And first of all, he walks 30 meter towards east. That means this will be my east, suppose. Okay, so he walks 30 meter. And then he took a right turn. That means the right turn will be here, right? So this is 20 meter. Again, he took a right turn and walked 30 meters. So from here, the right turn will be this side. So that is, this is 30 meter, right? Now, how far he is from the starting point? So that means in the question, it is asking the distance between these two, that is from P to this. What will be the answer for this? So obviously we can see from here, if this is 20 meter, then this one will be 20 meter also. So option number 4 will be the correct answer. That means 20 meter will be the correct answer for this particular question. Easy to understand? Was it easy to draw the diagram, or it was difficult? Okay, Anupam and Shubhra, how did you guys gave the answer? Did you draw the diagrams or directly you gave the answer, the 20 meter, which is a correct answer? How were you able to determine the answer? With the help of the diagram or directly? Okay, with the help of the diagrams. Okay, so let's see the second question and let's try to solve it with the help of the diagram also. Okay, so our next question is A is 40 meters southwest of B. Okay, A is 40 meters southwest of B, right? So suppose this is B. So southwest, that means it will be in this direction. So this is south and this part is west. So that this is south and this is west. So southwest will be this direction. So A is 40 meters from B. Okay. C is 40 meters southeast from B. So if this is C, so this will be my southeast. Okay. And this is also 40 meters. Then C is in which direction to A? Okay, C, that means we have to find out C is in which direction to A. So if we see from the diagram, this side will be our, if we consider like this is north, this is south for A, this will be west. So obviously C will be on the east side of A. Okay, so our correct answer will be option number 1, that is east side of A. Okay, understood? So it will be east, not west. Okay, so if you calculate only for A, like in the question it is asking C is in which direction of A. So for A, if we calculate the north, south, east and west, so north will be upward, south will be downward, west will be left hand side and east will be right hand side. That means C is on the eastern side of the A. Okay, now let's move on to the next question. So in the next question it says Gaurav walks 20 meters towards north. Okay. So let's take part wise. Let's divide the question into part wise. So first of all, Gaurav, he walks 20 meter towards north. So if this is, let's say, G is denoted as Gaurav. Okay. So Gaurav walks 20 meters towards north. Okay. So this is 20 meter. Fine. Now he turns left and walks 40 meter. So what will be the left direction from the north? West, right? So right here. So he turns left and walks 40 meter. He again turns left and walks 20 meter. So from here the left will be downwards towards south. So this is 20 meter. Okay. Further he moves 20 meters after turning to right. Okay, that means from this point he turns right and then he moves 20 meter. That means from here the right will be this side. So this is 20 meter. Okay. Now the question says how far he is from the original position. That means this is the original position of Gaurav, right? This is the original position. So this is 20 meter. This we have to determine. So that means 20 meter and this 40 meter. So 20 plus 40. This will give me 60 meters. So this is the distance which Gaurav traveled from his original position. Okay. So my correct answer is option number 4, that is 60 meters. Okay. Easy. So good job to Sanchari, Anupam, Shubhra, Romi, and Venga for your correct answers, and hope it was easy to draw the diagram and understand the question, though it was a bigger question. Okay, so are you guys enjoying making the diagram and solving the question? Easy and comfortable, right? Okay, great. So let's solve another question. Now, in this question, it says after walking 6 kilometer, I turned right. Okay, so it is telling after walking 6 kilometer, I turned right. So as I said, always assume that you are facing towards north direction. Okay, so that means if this is me, okay, and I walked 6 kilometer. So after walking 6 kilometer, I turned right. That means towards east, right? So this is, and covered a distance of 2 kilometer. Okay. So I turned right and covered a distance of 2 kilometer. Then turned left and covered a distance of 10 kilometer. Okay. So from here I turned left. That means it will be towards my north direction, and I covered a distance of 10 kilometer. Okay. In the end, I was moving towards the north. Yes, I am moving towards the north. So that means my diagram is correct, right? From which direction did I started my journey? Okay. So if you understand the diagram, in the end, I was traveling towards north. Okay. So if I have to find out the answer of this question, from which direction did I started my journey? That means obviously if I'm starting from here, so not downward, that means I am starting my direction from south. I'm starting my journey from south. That means my correct answer for this question will be option number 2, that is south. Okay? Understood? Any problem? So only one person was correct, that is Anupam, Shubhra, Romi, Sanchari, The answer was wrong. So correct answer would be south. Just take the diagram, okay, and then relate it with the question. Okay, so let me solve this question one more time, so you'll be then more clear. Okay, so suppose this is me. Since it's saying after walking 6 kilometer, I turned right and covered a distance of 2 kilometer. So as I said, always assume by default you are facing towards north. Okay, so if this is me, so I am traveling towards north. 6 kilometer I traveled, and then I took a right turn, that means towards east. So I took a right turn of and traveled 2 kilometer. Okay, and then I turned left and covered a distance of 10 kilometer. That means my left will be towards north 10 kilometer. Okay, this direction is north, right? So from the diagram, it is clear that right now I am in the north direction. Okay, so even if you don't read the question properly till the end, from the diagram you will be able to understand what the question is trying to tell you. Okay, so from the diagram, I know that I am towards north right now. So if I read the second part of the question, it says, in the end, I was moving towards the north. Yes, from the diagram, it says I am towards north. That means diagram is correct. Now it says from which direction I started my journey. So if I am north right now, if I'm traveling toward north, so this is me who is traveling towards north and started my journey. So obviously, north downwards, that means south. So from south direction, I started my journey. Okay, so let's solve another question. So now in this question, it says if A is to the south of B and C is to the east of B, in what direction is A with respect to C? Now, you guys tell me what will be the correct answer for this particular question. Which option is the correct one? Okay, Venga has he says option number one. Okay, that means northeast. Okay, that was quick. Any more answers? Shubhra has an answer of southeast, Anupam of southwest. Okay, so there are different answers. Okay, southwest. So I have two persons for southeast, two for southwest, and one for northeast. Right, so let's see who among you is correct. Now, here A is south of B. Okay, that means if this is B, so south, that means downwards, so A is south of B. Okay, and then it says C is east of B. That means if this is B, so east will be this side. That means C is east of B. Okay, so in what direction A is with respect to C? That means this is A, this is C. So in what direction A is with respect to C? So what will be this direction? Obviously, this is south. Okay, so A with respect to C, right? So this will be south and west. That means my answer will be southwest. That means option number 4 will be my correct answer. Okay, so Anupam and Sanchari gave the correct answer, that is southwest. So those people who give southeast as the answer, you guys understood how southwest? So you have to take the question. It says, what direction is A. Okay. A is with respect to C. Okay, not C with respect to A. A with respect to C, not C with respect to A. Okay, so you have to read the question also very carefully. So A with respect to C, what direction it is telling, right? So you have to be very careful. You don't take vice versa, that is C with respect to A. In that case, obviously, it will be southeast. The answer will be wrong in that case. So you have to take it with A with respect to C. Okay. So good job to all the people who gave the right answer. That is southwest. Okay. Now let's move on to the next question. Now the next question, it says Aarti walked 4 kilometers west. Okay. So if this is Aarti, she walked 4 kilometers west from her house. Okay. So 4 kilometers west from her house. So west will be this side. So this is 4 kilometers. Okay. And then turned south covering 3 kilometers. Okay. So from this point, the south direction will be so downward. So this is 3 kilometers. Okay. Finally, she moves 5 kilometers towards east. So you have to consider the points and then you have to decide the direction. Okay. So right now, this will be the point. So from here, east will be toward this side. So this is 5 kilometers. So now it says in which direction she is now with respect to the starting point. So my starting point is this one. This is my starting point. SP. Okay. So it says in which direction she is now with respect to the starting point. So this is starting point and currently Aarti is right over here. Okay. So what is the direction? So this direction is south and east, right? So option number 3 will be the correct answer. That means southeast is the correct answer. Very easy, right? It was easy to understand. Chalo, so we will solve one more question without any options. You don't have any options right now. Okay? You just have to solve this particular question. So the question says Sandhya starting from her house and goes 4 kilometers in the east. Okay, so Sandhya is starting from her house and she goes 4 kilometers in the east. Then she turns to her right and goes 3 kilometers. What is the shortest distance to reach her house? Now you guys tell me what will be the correct answer for this particular question. And bingo, I got an answer from Shubhra that was very quick. That is 5 kilometers. Any more answers? Any different answer? 5 kilometers, 5 kilometers. Okay, okay. So here in this question, if I want to draw the diagram, so here Sandhya starting from her house goes 4 kilometers in east. That means if this is Sandhya, she goes 4 kilometers in east. Okay, she turns to her right and goes 3 kilometers. That means towards north she goes 3 kilometers. What is the shortest distance? So shortest distance would be the formula, that means this one. So suppose this is D. So SD will be equal to root under 4 square plus 3 square, right? That is root under 25, which is 5 kilometers. Okay, simple, easy. So without drawing the diagram also, in any question, if it is asking you to find out the shortest distance, okay, shortest distance, and the question is straightforward. That means it is not taking any turns, or let's say in this particular question it only said two directions, right? That is east and north, or right. So without drawing the diagram, you can directly calculate 4 square plus 3 square, जो 25 होगा, and take out the root, that is 5 kilometer. Okay. So in that case, you don't have to draw any kind of diagram. Fine. So let's move to the next question. Now here, this is one more question which you guys have to solve, and you will not get any options for this. Okay. In this question, it says a person starts from position A. Okay. A person is starting from position A. He goes towards east and then takes a right turn. Again, the person takes a left turn and moves, and then again he moves 45-degree right. So, in which direction he is from the starting position? So you guys read the question very carefully, okay? So यहाँ पे you have to understand the direction, और यहाँ पे angle भी दिया हुआ है that he turns 45-degree का angle भी he is turning, okay? So just carefully watch the question and then draw the diagram. Let's see who is the first one to give the answer. Okay, Anupam is the first one to give the answer, that is northwest. Okay. Shubhra, southeast. Okay. Okay, Sanchari also southeast. Okay. So two people with same answer, one with a different answer. Now three with same answer, that is southeast. Mahesh, Meghna, and okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 people with same answer, that is southeast, and 2 with a different answer, that is southwest. So let's see. First of all, let's try to draw the diagram for this particular question. Okay. So it says a person starts from a position A. Okay. So if this is A, okay. So if person is starting from position A, he goes towards the east. So this is east. Okay. And then he takes a right turn. So from here, he is taking a right turn. That means where? Okay. And then the person takes a left turn. So from this point, he's taking a left turn. So from this point, the left turn will be this side. Okay. And moves. Okay. So that means from here, he's started moving. Okay. And then he moves 45-degree right. So that means from here, he is making an angle of 45-degree. So this is 45-degree. Right. So here if I see, if I divide it, so this is north, this is south, this is east, this is west. So which direction is this one? South and east. That means my answer will be southeast. Okay. Understood? Any difficulty? So all the people who gave the answer as southeast, you guys were correct. Southeast is the correct answer for this particular question. Southwest is a wrong answer. Okay. Any problem? Shall I solve it one more time? Okay, Anupam read the question wrong. It's okay. That's why I said sometimes if you don't read the question, हड़बड़ी में गड़बड़ी होता है हमसे कभी कभी. So if you don't read the question 2 times, कुछ ना कुछ गड़बड़ जरूर होगा. ओके, सो it's okay if there is one question wrong, doesn't matter, but make sure next time when you solve it, एकदम you know करेक्ट आंसर निकलना चाहिए, so that you fetch marks. Okay, so let's move to another question. So these kind of questions comes up in CSIR net and other uh, competitive exams as well. So was it difficult till now to solve the questions with the help of diagram? You feel more comfortable with diagrams, or you can directly solve it via reading the question, or assuming yourself in that particular place कि हम नॉर्थ में है तो मेरा ईस्ट राइट साइड होगा कि लेफ्ट साइड होगा, दैट वे. Which one was more suitable? Diagram. Okay, so you see, distance and direction is one of the section in logical reasoning where you can show your drawing skills basically. Okay, जितना सुंदर से direction you will make, you will be more comfortable to give the correct answer. Okay, so jokes apart, let's move to the next question. So next question, fatafat you guys solve. It says Radha moves towards southeast. Okay, Radha moves toward southeast, a distance of 7 kilometer. Okay, and then she moves towards west and travels a distance of 14 kilometer. From here she moves towards northwest and travels a distance of 7 kilometer. And finally she moves a distance of 4 kilometer towards east. बाप रे, बहुत चल रही राधा. So how far is she now from the starting point? ठीक है, so in this particular question बहुत सारा parts है question का. So carefully watch the question and then try to give the correct answer. Let's see who is the first one to give the correct answer. Now हड़बड़ी में गड़बड़ी नहीं. Don't think कि I'll give the first answer पहले. Take your time and see what is the correct answer for this question. Okay, Sanchari Venga 10 kilometer they say. Okay, let's see if we have any other answer apart from 10 kilometer. Anyone with any other answer apart from 10? Okay, I have one more person with 10 kilometer as an answer. Shubhra says 11 kilometer. Okay, so it's a different answer now. Okay, two people, Pavitra and Shubhra, with 11 kilometer, and rest all are with 10 kilometer. Okay, chalo. So we'll go with the majority and we will check whether option number C is correct or option number D is correct. क्योंकि A और B तो किसी ने बोला ही नहीं. ठीक है. So let's see C correct है या D correct है. Okay, so let's draw the diagram first. So here it says Radha moves towards southeast, a distance of 7 kilometer. ठीक है. So southeast, नीचे की तरफ साउथ होता है, ईस्ट इधर होता है. So राधा इस तरफ जा रही है, somewhere like this. ठीक है, 7 kilometer. This is Radha. She moves west and travels a distance of 14 kilometers. So यहाँ से she is traveling west 14 kilometer. ठीक है. From here, she moves towards northwest and she travels a distance of 7 kilometers. So यहाँ से northwest किधर होगा? इधर slanting, ठीक है? So she's traveling 7 kilometers from here. Okay, and finally she moves a distance of 4 kilometer towards east. मतलब यहाँ से वो east की तरफ जा रही है 4 kilometer. Okay, how far is she now from the starting point? So ये मेरा starting point है जहाँ पे राधा है current. This is my starting point. ठीक है. So इस point से she has traveled 4 kilometer और ये total travel की है 14 kilometer. So ये मेरा पूरा कितना हो जाएगा? 14 किलोमीटर माइनस 4 किलोमीटर, राइट? विच इज 10 किलोमीटर. दैट मीन्स मेरा करेक्ट आंसर क्या होगा? ऑप्शन नंबर सी, 10 किलोमीटर्स, राइट? इट्स अ parallelogram. So all the people who gave 10 kilometer as the correct answer, फटाफट अपने आप को शाबाशी दे लो, you guys were correct. Okay, good job to you guys. So the people who gave 11 kilometer, I hope now it is correct. Okay. Shubhra, it's okay. Sometimes it happens. कभी कभी मेरे साथ भी होता है कि I have to solve the question. वो question समझ में आ गया and the question is easy. So कभी कभी क्या होता है ना, question बहुत easy and I am confident to solve it and give a correct answer. But diagram बनाते समय थोड़ा सा हो जाता है. यू हैव टू गो वेस्ट, नीचे की तरफ चले जाते हैं, या साउथ या नॉर्थ. इट्स ओके. द मोर यू सॉल्व इट, द मोर यू विल बी कंफर्टेबल टू गिव द करेक्ट आंसर. एकदम परफेक्ट डायग्राम बनेगा फिर. ओके, ग्रेट. नाउ लेट्स मूव ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. So next question, it says Sundar runs 20 meter towards east and turns to right and runs 10 meter. So पहले तो वो ईस्ट की तरफ में 20 मीटर भागा and then turns to right and runs 10 meter. Then he turns to right and runs 9 meter. Again he turns to right and runs 5 meter. So after this he turns to left and run 12 meter. And finally he turns to right and 6 meter. He runs 6 meter. सो यूजुअली इस केस में तो जब तक पीछे बैल नहीं पड़ जाए तब तक इतना ज़्यादा टर्न लेना नहीं पड़ता है, राइट? सो सो इन दिस पर्टिकुलर क्वेश्चन इट इज टेलिंग मी विच डायरेक्शन सुंदर इज फेसिंग. ठीक है, सो गाइस क्विकली एनालाइज द क्वेश्चन, ड्रॉ द डायग्राम and tell me which option is the correct one. Okay, so I have the first answer from Manga, that is east. That means option number A. Okay, that was quick. Any more answers? North from Shubhra, Sanchari also north. North from Rami. Okay. Okay. चलो, अनुपम से एक नया आंसर है वेस्ट. पवित्रा ऑल्सो नॉर्थ. और कोई साउथ भी कवर कर लो, वो भी एक बचा है. That's it. Any more answers? Chalo. So let's see what is the correct answer for this particular question. We'll draw the diagram first. Okay. So here it says Sundar runs 20 meter towards east. Okay. So Sundar is trying to run 20 meters towards east. So if this is Sundar, he is running 20 meters towards east. Okay. And then turns right and run 10 meter. So यहाँ से right कहाँ हो जाएगा? South की तरफ. That means here he is running 10 meter. Okay. And then he turns to the right and runs 9 meter. That means इस point से वो वापस से right मुड़ा है. Right मतलब फिर से इस तरफ मुड़ा है और फिर से 9 meter he ran. Okay. Again he turns to right and ran 5 meter. ठीक है. So यहाँ से वो 5 मीटर दौड़ा है फिर से. Okay. After this he turns to left and ran 12 meter. So यहाँ से वो लेफ्ट की तरफ घूम गया. So ये मेरा लेफ्ट हुआ यहाँ से, ये 12 मीटर हो गया. And finally he turns right and ran 6 meter. That means इस point से मेरा right होगा किधर? इस तरफ. So this is 6 meter. Okay. Now which direction Sundar is facing? So ये कौन सा डायरेक्शन हो गया? ऊपर की तरफ, नॉर्थ हो गया. सो मेरा करेक्ट आंसर क्या होगा? ऑप्शन नंबर सी, नॉर्थ. राइट. एनी क्वेश्चन? डिफिकल्ट था समझने में? अनुपम, होप यू गॉट इट. द करेक्ट आंसर विल बी नॉर्थ. वेस्ट इसका रॉन्ग आंसर है. करेक्ट आंसर है नॉर्थ. ठीक है. राइट और लेफ्ट में डिफिकल्टी होगा समझने में, कौन सा राइट है कौन सा लेफ्ट है. बट इफ यू अंडरस्टैंड कि अगर नॉर्थ में इंसान खड़ा है तो उसके लिए राइट साइड कौन सा होगा, और अगर साउथ में खड़ा है तो उसके लिए राइट साइड कौन सा होगा, सो यू विल बी इजिली एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड दी राइट एंड लेफ्ट टर्न्स. ओके. राइट एंड लेफ्ट टर्न्स का कॉन्सेप्ट अगर समझ लो, डिस्टेंस एंड डायरेक्शन विल बी वेरी इजी फॉर यू टू सॉल्व. Okay, it's okay Anupam, no problem. So let's see next question. Chalo, यहाँ पे question है related to car. So here it says two cars start from the opposite place of a main road. एक main road है, वहां पे two cars start from opposite places. ठीक है. And they are 150 kilometer apart. Okay. फर्स्ट कार रन्स फॉर 25 किलोमीटर. पहला जो कार है वो 25 किलोमीटर ही चला. एंड टेक्स अ राइट टर्न एंड देन रन्स 15 किलोमीटर. ठीक है. इट देन टर्न्स लेफ्ट एंड रन्स फॉर अनदर 25 किलोमीटर एंड देन टेक्स डायरेक्शन बैक टू रीच द मेन रोड. ठीक है. ये फर्स्ट कार का हो गया सिनेरियो. इन द मीन टाइम, ड्यू टू a minor breakdown, the other car has ran only 35 kilometer along the main road. ठीक है. तो पहला गाड़ी क्या है, बहुत सारा टर्न्स लेकर के चला वो, लेकिन सेकंड गाड़ी क्या है, he ran only 35 किलोमीटर. ठीक है. सो यहाँ in the question it is asking what would be the distance between the two cars at this point. मतलब दोनों का ट्रैवल करने के बाद वो लोग कितना डिस्टेंस ट्रैवल किया. Okay. So see guys, if you can solve this question. Confusion? चलो, I'll solve this question for you guys. Easy है, confuse नहीं होने का है. ठीक है. Just part wise question को लो. Okay. सबसे पहला क्वेश्चन क्या है, टू कार्स स्टार्ट फ्रॉम अपोजिट प्लेसेस ऑफ मेन रोड. ठीक है. दो गाड़ी है, दो गाड़ी फटाफट बना लो, जैसा भी गाड़ी बने चलेगा. ठीक है. ये दो गाड़ी हुआ अपने लिए. ओके. देयर आर टू कार्स. ओके. एंड दे आर 150 किलोमीटर अपार्ट. ठीक है. इन दोनों के बीच का डिस्टेंस क्या है, 150 किलोमीटर. ओके. नाउ जो पहला कार है, द फर्स्ट कार रन्स 25 किलोमीटर, ठीक है। फर्स्ट कार जो है वो 25 किलोमीटर चला एंड टेक्स अ राइट। ओके, सो इफ ए मेरा पहला कार है, ठीक है, वो 25 किलोमीटर चलेगा, 25 किलोमीटर चला, ठीक है। यहां से द कार टेक्स अ राइट टर्न एंड देन रन्स 15 किलोमीटर। से यहां से राइट टर्न क्या होगा, नीचे की तरफ, दैट मीन्स ये हो गया 15 किलोमीटर। ओके, नाउ फ्रॉम हियर then it turns left and runs for another 25 kilometer, that means यहाँ से वो left turn लेता है and it runs for 25 किलोमीटर, ठीक है। सो अगर हम इस पॉइंट्स को नाम दे दें, ये ए हुआ, ये बी, ये सी, ये डी हुआ, ठीक है। नाउ देन इट सेज देन अगेन इट टेक्स डायरेक्शन बैक टू रीच टू द मेन रोड, सो दैट मीन्स जो कार नंबर ए था उसका काम हो गया, वो इतना ट्रैवल कर लिया, ठीक है। सेकेंड पार्ट ऑफ द क्वेश्चन इट सेज ड्यू टू माइनर ब्रेकडाउन अदर कार रन्स ओनली 35 किलोमीटर, दैट मीन्स अगर एक कार हो गया जो सपोज ई और एफ है, ये सेकंड कार है और ये केवल 35 किलोमीटर ही चल पाया, राइट। सो what would be the distance between the two cars at this particular point? इन दोनों कार के बीच का डिस्टेंस निकालना है। तो मुझे पता है मेरा टोटल डिस्टेंस है 150 किलोमीटर, राइट। मेरा टोटल डिस्टेंस है 150 किलोमीटर। सो अभी मुझे इससे माइनस करना है बाकी के डिस्टेंस को, करेक्ट। सो यहाँ मेरा डिस्टेंस क्या क्या दिख रहा है, 25 किलोमीटर पहले चला वो, उसके बाद फिर इधर चला 25 किलोमीटर एंड फाइनली 35 किलोमीटर सेकंड कार का। सो मुझे क्या क्या माइनस करना होगा, 25 प्लस 25 प्लस 35, राइट। सो मेरा फाइनल आंसर क्या हो जाएगा, 65 किलोमीटर, right? So my correct answer will be option number A, that is 65 kilometer. 150 minus 85, that is 65 kilometer. ठीक है, आप समझ आया डायग्राम किस तरीके से इजी हुआ बनाने में। क्वेश्चन को तोड़ दो, ब्रेक द क्वेश्चन एंड देन मेक द डायग्राम, इट विल बी इजी। पूरा क्वेश्चन को एक बार में पढ़ के डायग्राम इफ यू ट्राई टू मेक देन इट विल बी वेरी डिफिकल्ट। ब्रेक द क्वेश्चन एंड देन ट्राई टू मेक द डायग्राम, और पूरा डायग्राम बनाने के बाद ट्राई टू मर्ज इट और फिर चेक करो कि क्वेश्चन क्या पूछ रहा है। ओके, कंफ्यूजन दूर हुआ इस क्वेश्चन का। चलो ग्रेट। सो हियर इज द अदर क्वेश्चन, ठीक है। सो ये क्वेश्चन इट इज टेलिंग अ बॉय रोड हिज बाइसाइकिल नॉर्थवर्ड and then turned left and rode 1 kilometer, ठीक है, and again turned left, मतलब वो नॉर्थ की तरफ बाइसाइकिल चलाया, he turned left, फिर 1 किलोमीटर वहां चलाया and then turned left and rode 2 kilometer, okay. He found himself 1 kilometer west of his starting point, ठीक है, ये इस पे फोकस करो बहुत ज्यादा। He found himself 1 kilometer west of his starting point. How far did he ride northward? How far did he ride northward initially? क्वेश्चन थोड़ा सा घुमाया हुआ है, जस्ट चेक इफ यू कैन आंसर दिस। ग्रेट, सो फटाफट आंसर्स आ रहा है। झलक, शुभ्रा, अनुपम 2 किलोमीटर, संचारी ऑल्सो 2 किलोमीटर, इजी था। चलो, सो लेट्स सी उसका डायग्राम किस तरीके से बनता है, ठीक है। सो इस क्वेश्चन में अ बॉय रोड हिज बाइसाइकिल नॉर्थवर्ड एंड देन टर्न लेफ्ट, ठीक है। सो नॉर्थ की तरफ एक साइकिल चला रहा है, ओके, उसके बाद वो लेफ्ट घूम रहा है, यहाँ पे वो 1 किलोमीटर घूमा, ओके, फिर से ही इज टर्निंग लेफ्ट एंड रोड 2 किलोमीटर, यहाँ जाके फिर से 2 किलोमीटर गया. ओके, ही फाउंड हिमसेल्फ 1 किलोमीटर वेस्ट ऑफ द स्टार्टिंग पॉइंट. सो अगर हम ये डायरेक्शन यहाँ बना ले, सो सपोज ये नॉर्थ हो गया, ये साउथ, दिस इज ईस्ट एंड ये वेस्ट हो गया. तो ये 2 किलोमीटर हुआ, यहाँ से यहाँ का भी 2 किलोमीटर रहेगा. सो ये पूछ रहा है, द क्वेश्चन इट इज आस्किंग यू, he found himself 1 kilometer west from the starting point. How far did he ride northward initially? So initially north में तो एक ही बार ट्रैवल कर रहा है, that is 2 किलोमीटर. So मेरा करेक्ट आंसर हो जाएगा ऑप्शन नंबर बी. ओके, इजी था बहुत ये, क्योंकि यहाँ पर डायरेक्शन ही मेंशन कर दिया कि किस डायरेक्शन में वो ट्रैवल कर रहा है. ओके, नाउ लेट्स सी दी नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. So next question it is telling a man walks 2 kilometer towards north, and then he turns to east and walks 10 kilometer. After this he turns to north and walks 3 kilometer. Again he turns towards east and walks 2 kilometer. How far he is from the starting point? So इस क्वेश्चन को सॉल्व करने के लिए you have 30 सेकेंड guys. फटाफट चलो, which answer will be the correct one? Come on, 30 seconds बहुत ज़्यादा दे दिए. It will be solved in 5 seconds, 10 seconds, बस उससे ज़्यादा नहीं. बहुत ईजी है. Anyone with answer? बहुत इजी है, डायग्राम बना करके छोटा सा हिंट देते हैं. एक वहां पे पाइथागोरस थ्योरम लगेगा, 2 पाइथागोरस थ्योरम. चलो झलक, गिव एन आंसर ऑफ 15, संचारी ऑफ 13. ओके, so I'll draw the image or diagram of this particular one in the meantime. ठीक है, so here it says a man walks towards north. ठीक है, नॉर्थ की तरफ में गया 2 किलोमीटर. दिस इज द मैन, 2 किलोमीटर चला. ओके, ही देन टर्न्स ईस्ट एंड वॉक्स 10 किलोमीटर. ईस्ट की तरफ टर्न किया 10 किलोमीटर. ओके, आफ्टर दिस ही टर्न्स नॉर्थ एंड वॉक्स 3 किलोमीटर, मतलब फिर से ऊपर की तरफ गया 3 किलोमीटर. ही टर्न्स टूवर्ड्स ईस्ट एंड वॉक्स 2 किलोमीटर, मतलब यहां गया फिर से 2 किलोमीटर. हाउ फार ही इज फ्रॉम द स्टार्टिंग पॉइंट, मतलब ये आदमी इस पॉइंट से कितने दूरी पे है. करेक्ट. सो यहाँ पे क्या दिख रहा है मेरे को, 2 ट्रायंगल्स बन रहा है. एक तो ये डिस्टेंस पता करना है मुझे, और दूसरा ये डिस्टेंस पता करना है. करेक्ट. सो यहाँ पे इसके लिए क्या हो जाएगा, 10 का स्क्वायर प्लस 2 का स्क्वायर, राइट. और इसके लिए क्या हो जाएगा, 3 का स्क्वायर प्लस 2 का स्क्वायर. सो इसको अगर हम सॉल्व करेंगे, राइट, सो इसका आंसर मेरा अप्रोक्सीमेटली 13 पॉइंट समथिंग कुछ आएगा. सो नियरेस्ट आंसर मेरा क्या हो जाएगा, ऑप्शन नंबर बी. दैट मीन्स मेरा आंसर हो जाएगा 13 किलोमीटर, राइट. सो दैट मीन्स यहाँ पे 2 पाइथागोरस थ्योरम सॉल्व करना है. रूट अंडर 10 का स्क्वायर प्लस 2 का स्क्वायर, और एक हो गया 9 प्लस 4, दैट मीन्स 3 स्क्वायर प्लस 2 स्क्वायर. सो एग्जैक्ट हो गया 13.30. दैट मीन्स मेरा नियरेस्ट हो गया ऑप्शन नंबर बी. दैट मीन्स 13 किलोमीटर मेरा इसके लिए सही आंसर होगा. ओके, now let's move on to the next question. So next question it says one morning Sujata walked towards sun. ठीक है, अब देखो यहाँ पे बोल रहा है सुजाता started to walk towards sun. वो सन की तरफ वॉक की एंड आफ्टर कवरिंग सम डिस्टेंस शी टर्न राइट, देन अगेन टू द राइट, एंड आफ्टर कवरिंग सम डिस्टेंस शी अगेन टर्न टू राइट. नाउ इन विच डायरेक्शन इज शी फेसिंग? ठीक है. सो यहाँ पे इन द क्वेश्चन इट इज टेलिंग सुजाता वॉक टूवर्ड्स द सन, सन की तरफ हो गई. ठीक है. आफ्टर कवरिंग सम डिस्टेंस शी टर्न टू राइट, then again to right, and after covering some distance she again turns to right. So कौन से डायरेक्शन में she is facing right now? बहुत इजी है, बहुत सिंपल है. इसका करेक्ट आंसर, ओके, अनुपम नॉर्थ, शुभ्रा नॉर्थ. यस, द करेक्ट आंसर विल बी ऑप्शन नंबर ए, दैट इज नॉर्थ. ठीक है, ये इसका करेक्ट आंसर होगा, दैट इज ऑप्शन नंबर ए. ओके. नाउ टुवर्ड सन जा रही है जो कि ईस्ट में होता है, सो शी इज गोइंग इन दिस डायरेक्शन. ओके. आफ्टर कवरिंग सम डिस्टेंस शी टर्न टू राइट, मतलब यहां से वो राइट घूमी. देन आफ्टर कवरिंग सम डिस्टेंस शी इज अगेन टर्न्स टू राइट, फिर से राइट घूमी, फिर लास्ट में फाइनली शी इज राइट. दैट मीन्स वो नॉर्थ की तरफ खड़ी है अभी. ओके. सो ये वाला पार्ट, सुजाता स्टार्टेड वॉकिंग टूवर्ड सन, मतलब वो ईस्ट के डायरेक्शन में जा रही है क्योंकि सनराइज ईस्ट में होता है. ओके. नाउ द लास्ट क्वेश्चन फॉर टुडेज सेशन. ओके. सो ये इस क्वेश्चन में क्या है, गोलू स्टार्टेड फ्रॉम हिज हाउस टुवर्ड्स नॉर्थ. आफ्टर कवरिंग डिस्टेंस ऑफ 8 किलोमीटर ही टर्न टुवर्ड्स लेफ्ट एंड कवर्ड अ डिस्टेंस ऑफ 6 किलोमीटर. व्हाट इज द शॉर्टेस्ट डिस्टेंस? बिना डायग्राम बनाए फटाफट बताओ इसका आंसर क्या होगा. शॉर्टेस्ट डिस्टेंस बिना डायग्राम बनाए, क्विकली. तो इसमें डायग्राम की ज़रूरत नहीं है. शॉर्टेस्ट डिस्टेंस निकालना है तो इसका मतलब डायरेक्टली डालो फॉर्मूला में. दैट मीन्स क्या हो जाएगा, 8 का स्क्वायर प्लस 6 का स्क्वायर, दैट मीन्स 64 प्लस 36 विच इज 10 किलोमीटर. ठीक है. सो ऑप्शन नंबर ए हो गया मेरा करेक्ट आंसर, दैट इज 10 किलोमीटर विल बी द करेक्ट आंसर. Okay, guys, so that was it for today's class with the distance and direction. Hope you guys liked it. Hope it was easy to understand with the help of diagrams. Yes, no? So just keep the right and left concept turn in your mind. Diagrams सही से बनाओ. You will be very comfortable with distance and direction question. ठीक है. इट्स अ वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग टॉपिक, वेरी स्कोरिंग एज वेल. बहुत ईजी है, इजीली समझ जाओगे. बस राइट टर्न लेफ्ट टर्न को ध्यान में रखो, उसका कॉन्सेप्ट को समझो, एंड देन मेक द डायग्राम. क्वेश्चन अपने आप सॉल्व होगा. ओके. सो विद दिस we'll see you in the next topic in the next class. Till then, take care guys. Solve करो जितना ज़्यादा हो सके, and then let's meet in the next class. Okay. Take care and good evening to everyone.